Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm talking about my morning routine. I read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear probably 7 months ago, kind of near the beginning of the year, maybe 9 months ago, even. And uh, that really helped me to start doing the habit stacking concept. So every day I try to wake up at 5 a.m. I've been really hit and miss on that in the past 3 months, but I've been improving that more and more, especially recently. So I got all the habit tracker back together, and now I'm really pushing forward with that. So the app I use is just called Habit. What I've done is I've gone through and pretty much made all these little habits, and then every time you finish something, you just slide it over and it checks it off as done for the day. So it's super helpful. So, like I said, I wake up at 5 a.m. That's my first habit. Then I grab my watch. I've got an Apple Watch, and I like to try to record everything throughout the day. And I grab my phone, of course, to have this habit tracker. Um, I go and I do all my bathroom stuff. I shave when I want to, or at least consider if I want to shave that day. Brush my teeth. Then I go and I take my weight. Um, I've got a cool little app that pairs up with my digital scale. So it actually gives me a graph of how much I weigh. It also does that kind of electrical thing where it can sense what your BMI is and kind of give you a guess based on your height and weight and age and all that kind of stuff that you preload in there. So that's a cool one. Workout is my next one that I have. I don't do this every day. I just do it um, as I feel like doing it pretty much. I'm now walking Alec to and from school every day, so I walk easily my 10,000 steps every day. So I've been doing a lot of free app stuff for workouts. Before, at the beginning of the year, I was doing Beachbody online membership and following some of those tracks, and some of that stuff just burns you out. And I really want to change it up more and more. So um, then I do my meds. I got my shelf behind me. Um, V8 juice for potassium, vitamin C, one a day men's vitamins, allergy medicines, that kind of stuff. I also give the kids a kids gummy and a probiotic. Um, then I have my breakfast every day. I drink breakfast essentials. I use soy milk because of all of the stuff about milk being unhealthy, this and that. I can't make heads or tails one way or the other. But I finally found one soy milk in existence that I like, and it's everything else is pretty gross. So that soy milk and all the other almond milks, but I mix that chocolate milk mix into it, which is also like full of vitamins and everything. So it's a pretty good breakfast because I don't want to eat sugary stuff, and I'm just not a breakfast person. Then I do my prayer. I make sure to kind of say kind of a altered version of the Lord's Prayer that Jesus kind of taught us. I start out with that, um, and then just pray for my day and pray for my family and make sure to give thanks for everything that I've got. After that, I do a journal. Um, Probably before the beginning of the year, I would do this all hard copy. Um, I would do dream journals about stuff that I dreamt at night. I'd do just kind of an update of how my day the previous day went, um, what I expect to get done today, and what my goals are, that kind of stuff. I'm very internal thinking person, so it really helps me to write. I'm much better writing than speaking, so it helps me a lot. After that, I do Daily Bread. That little those little booklets that you get. Now it's online on an app, so you can just listen to that in an audiobook kind of form every day. It'll give you a cool little message, and it'll also give you like a Bible verse and stuff, and it'll read it all off for you, so you can just listen and kind of relax and really take it all in. After that, we do circle time with the kids. Usually just me and Lydia and Alec. So today, for example, um, I woke up super late because I stayed up super late last night, but still managed to get everything squeezed in before I had to take Alec to school. So we sat down about 7, and um, we start off with the calendar. We look at what day it is. We sing the days of the week song. If you don't know that, you can look it up online. It's like the Adams Family, and they sing the days of the week. Um, we talked about like what was happening next week and that kind of stuff. Um, so that's our calendar time at circle time. Then we read a book. Today we read a Clifford book, kind of the original one. Um, my first grader son read a few lines out of it, and then my 4-year-old girl just kind of listened and took it in. So she was excited for that today. I did. My next thing on the list is also incorporated in circle time. Letter identification. Oh, and first, Lydia's Bible verse. She already knew her Bible verse and did it at school to get some stuff out of the prize box. And it was, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord," Jeremiah 29:11. So she is better at remembering these than I do after we actually have them down. So that's pretty funny. After that, letter identification. So for Lydia, we just did flashcards with letters, and we did the Alpha Friends song. And then for Alec, I did sight words flashcards, level 1 stuff. And then my next one's number identification. So for Lydia, just flashcards with numbers on it. Alec kind of prompted her and went through those to try to get her to better understand those. And then with Alec, I did basic math addition flashcards, and he did fantastic at that. He struggles at those ones that like everyone struggles with, like 7 plus 5, and the stuff that adds up to 13 and 12 always seems like the odd ones that kind of throw everyone off. Um, then today we did outdoor play a little bit earlier. That's my next one on the list. I usually just send the kiddos outside to play. They ride their scooters. Um, I always want to make sure that it's in the morning because it's cool out here in Arizona. As cool as it's going to get for the day, and it gets hot fast. So they also play with other various outdoor toys that we've designated as stuff that stays outside. It all gets eaten up by the sun, so we run through stuff pretty fast. And they've got bicycles and that kind of stuff out there in the backyard. Um, while they did that, I went out and worked on the garden a little bit. I had a lot of like sand scrub kind of weeds growing around my garden, which I was leaving because it was kind of leaving a mat down to help keep the ground from heating up so much. So it was really helping out with like tomato plants and um, pepper plants and stuff, so that they didn't have such high heat in the summer. But it's starting to cool off now, and the weeds grow like crazy. So I started pulling all those out. Carpenter ants absolutely love living in there, so I had to kill a few of those off my foot as they were biting me and off my hand, but made it through. Um, After outdoor play, we take Alec to school. Lydia and I always walk him. It's like about a mile to the school, and it puts me right about 10,000 steps, which is pretty cool. Um, by the time I go and drop him off, come back home, and then go and pick him up and come back home. So it's about perfect. And I'm excited for it to keep cooling off, though. We always make sure we take water because, as much as it's paved, it's still the desert and it's still hot. Um, After we take Alec to school, we come back and do snack. Lydia usually just eats some goldfish or some Cheez-Its or something like that, or apples or vegetables sometime too, but not as much as she likes uh, the little snack pack stuff. Um, After that, about 10, We have rest or meditation. So Lydia just goes in her room and rests. Sometimes she conks out and takes a nap. Sometimes she just is expected to stay in there and have quiet time, and we'll watch a tablet or something like that. Sorry, excuse me. Um, and then as far as me, I usually just like right now it's 10:20, so I'm doing the video here. I pretty much do whatever I want to do. The goal is to start incorporating a little bit more meditation and mindful thinking, but I get a pretty good feel of it in the morning with prayer and that kind of quiet time. Later, we'll work on like name writing. She really likes to write letters even though she doesn't know what the letters are, so that's kind of neat to see, but she'll draw the letter and then ask me what it is. Um, and all these things for her are very short. She's got a short attention span as you'd expect for a like preschooler. So, 10, 15 minutes is all we do on this stuff. Art, she already kind of started into. Every Monday at the library, we go to story time, and the guy there reads a couple books, and there's usually a pretty good turnout, like 10 to 15 kids about her age, and plus the parents. I'm pretty much the only dad; everyone else is moms, but she has a ton of fun with that. We've done that for 2 weeks now. But anyway, every Monday, they also give out an art project. So last week it was a pirate hat and an eye patch that you cut out and then string it up, and you can wear it. And then this week it's an apple with a worm that goes through it and a stem. So everything has to be cut out and um, then glued together. So she was really frustrated with cutting it out today. So I started her off with just a piece of paper and I drew some straight lines, some zigzag lines, and one curved line. And just had her practice on that. And then she got really comfortable with that. And then she cut out the apple and some of the other stuff. And I actually didn't check in because she was going quite well with it. I made sure to warn her about scissors and not to cut herself, and she was doing that, and then she went to her quiet time. So it was very short lived, but I'm sure we'll work on that when she gets back up. Um, After that, we have lunch. I try to make sure to do lunch um, at noon. I really have been working on weight and not overeating and doing portion sizes and eating a little healthier again. I had my weight down to like 190, maybe like 185. And then the heaviest I've been is 220, and I'm back up to like 208 right now. The highest I was this last jet was like 210. So need to just work on that again. Being around the house a lot, always provides opportunity to overeat and munch when you don't need to. So um, after lunch, we do music. We haven't done a ton of stuff. Sometimes we just listen to songs, and they'll pull out the little guitar, and Alec can join us on Mondays because he's got early release day. Um, and I have a goal of helping her like with the piano. We've got a piano with the stickers on it that match up to the notes on like Mary Had a Little Lamb, and really simple songs that she really enjoys. And Alec's doing pretty good on it. He can play a recognizable song, so that's pretty cool. After that, we have a lot of free time that I haven't really dedicated yet, but eventually we go and pick up Alec. Like I said, we pick them up early on Mondays because they have early release, and then the rest of the days we just go and get them at normal time. And I have an alarm set for 5 minutes beforehand, so I can make sure to, make sure I'm dressed and shoes on and all ready by the time that I need to leave, so I don't miss them. Especially on that early release day, everyone says that they have a lot of trouble with that. Um, Once we get Alec, we just have to do homework and kind of hang out for the night. Um, Eventually, we have dinner. We usually have dinner pretty early, around 5, 6. Sometimes we'll go to the pool. We've done that a lot for the summer. Sometimes right after we pick up Alec, we'll take swimsuits and take his bathing suit so he can change at the bathroom there. And um, but now we're getting pretty close to that closing down here in our area. Our area, our community has a few pools that are HOA upkeeps, but they shut them down for winter. So after dinner, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that we really have at nighttime is we go to a new troops thing on Tuesdays. We have marriage groups every so often. Tonight we're having a couple over from our marriage group that couldn't make it to some of the other ones, and we're just having a dinner together, kind of a fellowship thing. That's all like small group Bible church related. As far as the marriage group, um, every Sunday we watch AFV. Weekends are somewhat close to our regular schedule, and but it's mainly a Monday through Friday that I try to keep this up. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any things that really work for you that you would suggest for me to consider adding in or modifying, I would love to hear it. So, thank you for tuning in and watching this whole video. If you're still here, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.